live it up. Shucks. For work or play, our world is free.
Flyover, a gorgeous look at the Charlotte skyline. The Nets come into an Eastern Conference contest in this game, bringing you another edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg with the fourth member of our team, Doris Burke. Taking a look at Charlotte, they're one of the top flight teams in the league with the second best record in the Eastern Conference.
Checking out Charlotte, they've been the story of the regular season in my mind, smashing expectations and really taking the league by storm.
Yeah, they've been impressive, no doubt about it. Among the league's best as we approach the postseason.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Joe Johnson and Andrei Kirilenko, two lengthy wings. Inside is Plumlee and Lopez, and it's Jack in at the one. Now here's Johnson. And Lopez has it in the corner. And it's Johnson penetrating. Misses from close range. It's Kidd-Gilchrist on the wing. He's guarded by Johnson. Shoots a fader, and Kidd-Gilchrist gets it to go in. Kidd-Gilchrist has got his first bucket of the night.
Well, he could have earned some style points there, but he really doesn't need to use the fadeaway when he's that wide open.
Jack passes to Lopez. Kirilenko into the lane. And the pass to Plumlee. Shot clock at 5. Price with the steal. And down it goes, jamming that one home. Some serious agility coming out of the backcourt.
You know, that bucket might count for a little more than 2 points when he finishes with that kind of flourish.
Yeah, against a D that was already reeling a little bit. That was like a body blow.
And so it's Brooklyn with it, following the bucket by the Hornets. Now here's Plumlee. He's guarded by Williams. 6 to shoot. Outside Kirilenko. And poor shot selection there. Not a high percentage look for him.
Andrei Kirilenko, a terrific player over his 12-year career, an all-star in 2004, first-team all-defense in 2006, and he's still going strong.
Now here is Jack, following the miss by Al Jefferson. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Kevin, I had a chance to talk with head coach Lionel Hollins. I asked him what their focal point would be defensively, and he said that Al Jefferson is at the top of their scouting report. With his smooth, low-post repertoire and mid-range shooting touch, he can put up points in a hurry. He said they'll try to steer him to his left hand as much as possible and just hope for the best. Kevin, we'll see if they can force him into a tough night.
And thank you for that, Doris.
Taking a look now at some of the numbers for Jarrett Jack, how his last 10 games have gone. He's averaging 11 points a game, 5 assists and 2 rebounds, and you really can't find much fault with him as far as his performances lately.
Yeah, he's been very, very dependable, steady. He's doing stuff.
Tipped away. Right side, Kirilenko. Back to Jack. The feed to Johnson. Six on the shot clock. And Jack, here we go. And a wide open look for Kirilenko. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
Boy, after the first 3 misses, I thought they'd get one here, but they still can't connect.
And that one's good. Price. Price has got 9.
Looks like they're going to have one of those days where they can do no wrong.
Well, they haven't done anything wrong so far. Double-digit lead already.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
I was able to listen in on what Steve Clifford was going over with his team. He immediately addressed their offensive game plan and detailed an aggressive up-tempo style. It sounds like their offense is going to come from the transition game. Also, he was just as passionate when he told them that they needed to put everything they have into their offensive rebounding. Kevin, we'll see how that strategy pans out as this game develops.
Thanks, Doris. Here's Lopez. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist making his last shot, and he gets it to go.
Well, they had to take the lid off the hoop, I guess, but they finally get one to go there.
Yeah, a bit of an unsettled start. I mean, maybe that'll get them going.
Now here's Kidd-Gilchrist, averaging 6 points per contest. Here's Price. Again, the Hornets score.
That's 5 for 5 now to start the game. Wow, he's in for a big night.
You know, I think at some point you got to start thinking about throwing a different look his way early on, especially if he keeps shooting like this. You know, one of the things the Nets did last year that was pretty impressive, they found value in a number of players who had been overlooked by other teams in the league.
And Stevenson kicks to Williams. Plumlee with the rebound. Nets trail by 13. Kirilenko dishes to Lopez. Jack passes to Lopez. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Lopez sets a screen for Johnson. From past the arc. Outside Jack. A second chance effort, and he hits the jump shot. 1:15 left to play here in the first. With the Nets, they did make strong role players out of guys that Steve didn't seem to be on anyone's radar.
Well, it gave them a lot of flexibility over the summer in terms of what they wanted to do personnel-wise. You can never discount how much that can shape the future of a franchise.
Some changes here for the Hornets. Cody Zeller's checked in for Jefferson. Henderson comes in for Kidd-Gilchrist. And it's Kemba Walker in for Lance Stevenson. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Checked in for Lopez. Mirza Teletovic comes in for Plumlee. Alan Anderson's checked in for Joe Johnson. And Darren Williams is subbed in for Jarrett Jack. Now here is Kirilenko. 11 points for him in that last game against Boston. Just 5 on the clock. Williams, that's a two-pointer. No good off the front iron.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You've got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
Well, probably the right play defensively. If you can't get the block, send them to the free throw line. Don't give them an easy two.
No easy buckets inside. Force free throws and work to keep them out of the lane next time around.
Charlotte shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
Well, solid numbers for this club from the free throw line this season, shooting about 77% collectively.
And they've made progress in that department from last season going into this one, guys. I mean, the numbers have improved.
And Williams drops them both. Nets trail by 15. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Outside Williams. Kirilenko with a screen on Williams. And Teletovic kicks to Kirilenko. Passes it to Williams. Feeds it to Anderson. And again, no good by Brooklyn. And here's Price for three. An absolutely remarkable shot at the buzzer.
Was it ever? It doesn't get any better than that, fellas. The definition of much in the clutch.
He wasn't going to let anyone else take that shot. He wanted that ball.
The end of the regular season.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Hornets.
And they're knocking down that mid-range jumper so far.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is their passing. I mean, doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on.
Michael Kidd-Gilchrist is checked in for Zeller. Lance Stevenson comes in for Gerald Henderson. Price is checked in for Gary Neal. And Brian Roberts subbed in for Kemba Walker. Then for the Nets, Mason Plumlee's checked in for Garnett. Johnson comes in for Mirza Teletovic. And Jarrett Jack has subbed in for Anderson. Price in at shooting guard. And Stevenson is out there with Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. Then it's Marvin Williams. And it's Roberts in at the point. So that's the lineup for Charlotte. Charlotte leading by 16. Well, the Bobcats then, now Hornets, might have been a little bit late to the analytics movement, but that's going on in the NBA all over the place, and they're full-time on it now.
Yeah, they're all over it. Last season, they had a half dozen of their staff devoted to analytics.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Well, Speedy in the last matchup against the Bulls delivered quite a performance. He had 40 points and was just efficient on the offensive end, picking his spots on when to keep the ball moving or try his own luck. Absolutely amazing numbers from him in what was truly a memorable performance for him and for us, Kevin.
And thank you, Doris. It was a performance that has to have their upcoming opponents terrified, Clark.
Well, I know this opponent should be terrified because there's a good chance the momentum he gathered that night carries right over into this game.
Well, some of it will carry over. That's inevitable. It's just a matter of how much. And for the Hornets, that's huge, having a bit of a numerical guide as to who to target in free agency because they aren't usually a big player in that respect.
And we know the Hornets definitely aren't as big a player in most free agent markets. That's pretty clear, small market team. They're usually at the bottom of the league in payroll. But they are making the most of what they spend now with their analysis, so trying to level the playing field a little bit.
No good on the second free throw.
Joe Johnson is also sometimes called ISO Joe because of his ability to produce buckets going one-on-one. There's nobody better in that situation in terms of creating a shot with ease and never shying away from the big moment.
Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Plumlee sets the pick for Williams. Down low, out to Kirilenko. Jack dishes to Kirilenko. Misses the baby hook.
And you talk about Johnson's ability to get his shot off. 6'7", huge frame for a two-guard. And with his ball handling ability, he can really create space for himself.
And Roberts kicks to Price. And another three for Charlotte.
They're playing well, guys. They're really starting to pull away.
Yep, here at the midway point, that's exactly what's happening.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Williams kicks to Kirilenko. Jacks up a three. That's good from Johnson on the assist by Kirilenko. And it's 7 points for Joe Johnson.
It was a slow start for him, but he started to take off since we hit the second quarter, guys.
Roberts passes to Price. He dishes it to Williams. The rebound by Johnson. Can't get it to go. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Hornets ahead, running away with it.
Hey guys, great execution in the first half, but we still have a few things to talk about before we go.
Presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports continues. Players are topped off with Gatorade, hydrated, and ready to get going again as well. What a game we're seeing from Speedy.
Well, I love his tenacity defensively. The way he plays at that end of the floor has been a major factor here in this game.
And as the game moves on, I think he should continue to be aggressive defensively to keep ball handlers off balance and uncomfortable.
Kicking off the second half, here's Lionel Hollins 5. Kirilenko at small forward with Plumlee at the 4. Jarrett Jack is out there with Johnson. And it's Lopez in at the 5. Nets shooting a low 30% mark from the field. And Jack, here we go. Goes up to the stripe. Goes back up. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. The Nets have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts. First one falls for him.
Brook Lopez, an elite scoring big man. Tremendous size and shooting touch. He might be the best low post scorer in the NBA.
It's Kidd-Gilchrist on the wing. Here's Price. Rebounded by the Nets. Plumlee's got his 5th rebound in this one. Ball's knocked loose, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession. And let's go now to the Rookie Watch. For the past month, these have been the most productive NBA rookie scores. Well, you look at Speedy, leading the league in points per game. Such a great player.
And those numbers have started to set him apart offensively from most of the other rookies in the league.
Yeah, it's been a heck of a month for him, no doubt about that. I mean, let's see if he can continue to build on it, though.
Stevenson drives in, and the shot is good. Stevenson's got his first basket.
Nice move and finish. I think the halftime break gave him a second win. He looks fresh.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Hey guys, over that break, I was able to catch the message Lionel Hollins was giving to his team. He told his guys, be patient at the offensive end. Whatever we do, shot selection. He was no less emphatic with the second point he made, which was to close out on those perimeter shooters and prevent them from doing too much damage from long range. Well, they need to make something happen before the start of the 4th quarter, and maybe those changes will do the trick, Kevin.
And thanks for that story, Doris. Here's Lopez. Right now averaging 15 points a game. 6 to shoot. Knocked away. So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here.
And a moment now to check out the lowdown on the numbers for Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. His last 10 games, he's averaging 6 points a game, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. And you really can't find much fault with him as far as his performances lately.
Yeah, he's been very, very dependable, steady, doing pretty much everything they've asked of him.
Charlotte making a switch here. Henderson's checked in, and the Nets also making a change. Kevin Garnett is checked in for Mason Plumlee. And Jefferson gets it to go.
You got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboards.
Well, they've done a lot of things right, but I agree with you, Clark. Their rebounding is right there at the top of the list.
The Nets brought in a lot of talent before last season, and even though they had the big-name stars starting, they were actually a very deep team.
Jack. Back to Garnett. And a great assist by Jack as that one goes in.
Great job there, recognizing the mismatch and taking advantage.
They got to put a bigger guy on him, otherwise he'll bury those jumpers all game.
Guys, as you said, the Nets stars got a lot of the attention, but they would go to the bench often, and Steve, it would pay off for it.
Well, they were second in bench minutes played last year and also top 5 in points off the bench. So, you know, this was a deep roster, and it really came through for them.
The dish to Garnett. And Jack kicks to Garnett. Pass to Johnson. From deep three-point range, from beyond the arc, and then some. Johnson's got 10 points in the game.
This is great. Three-pointers going down quickly at both ends.
Yeah, it took them no time to answer back on that possession.
Here's Jefferson, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up. No challenge from the defense there. Clark could have put that one through any way he wanted.
And I love the choice there, partner, going hard to the hoop for that throwdown.
Yeah, that's invisible defense leading to a very visible finish.
And some changes here for the Hornets. Cody Zeller comes in for Williams, and Walker subbed in for Lance Stevenson. The Nets also changing it up. Mirza Teletovic is checked in for Kirilenko. Alan Anderson comes in for Johnson, and it's Williams in for Jarrett Jack. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Here's Lopez. Almost, but it rolls out.
You know, so many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle, and that's held true in this one so far, Steve.
And even if it's only a modest advantage that they have in that category, it's still a significant factor.
Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Garnett with the screen for Williams. Here's Teletovic. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Anderson outside. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Last outing for Charlotte, they won that game against the Bulls in Chicago.
Tell you what, the way they shot the ball that game, Kevin, it looked like a shoot-around out there.
It sure did, and all the more impressive because they did it on the road. You're not supposed to be able to get that hot in an opponent's building.
Here's Henderson. That's in, coming off an assist from Price. Henderson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. The Nets have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. What do you guys think so far about the offensive?
Nice shooting.
Something we've also seen them doing tonight is getting the long ball to go down. Big points from outside.
20 seconds left in the third. Walker goes in. He kicks it to Henderson. He feeds it to Biyombo. And he gets it to go. Biyombo's got 4 points now in the quarter.
That was a nice finish to an excellent possession.
Six seconds left to play in the third. Here's Williams. Missed. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Hornets ahead, just dominating this one.
On tap.
In a moment now to check out our State Farm assist of the game, and what a pass it was by a talented point guard.
Now, this is what he does. This is the kind of plays he's known for, Kevin.
And here we go with Marcus Teague at the 3, MKG and Cody Zeller at the 4. Gary Neal is out there with Brian Roberts, and it's Vonleh in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's the Hornets' 5. Takes the 3. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. I mean, they're really pushing them around physically at this point.
And the Hornets making a change here. Rice is checked in. Charlotte has gone 6 of 11 when they've taken the 3-point shot tonight. Very respectable. From deep. Teletovic grabs the board. Teletovic has got his 3rd rebound tonight. Teague dishes to Anderson, and he gets it to go.
Terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the hit.
That's how you do it, the bump and the bucket.
Lopez, he's checked in for Brooklyn.
Well, I never got to compete in a dunk contest, but I've seen more than a few at All-Star Weekend. It's just amazing what players today can do in the air. And still, I think my favorite dunker of all time was Julius Erving. Watching him in transition was just a thing of beauty.
And really deep 3 that time. And that's now 29 points for Speedy.
Boy, he's putting up big numbers in that 3-point column, guys.
4th quarter still young, just over a minute play. And it's Speedy with the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Here's Teletovic. Anderson can't get it to go.
Had a pretty good look at the basket, but defensively they did a nice job rotating, forcing the miss.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the 4th quarter. Right side Teague. Anderson's shot is off.
All the defender had to do there was just stay close to him, and he did.
Teague against Price. On its way from Neal for two. The good-looking shot from the wing.
Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket, right in the shooting pocket for a terrific assist. They've done a lot of that today.
Yeah, it's something we haven't seen much of at the other end of the floor, though.
Lopez kicks to Carson. Lopez a screen. Anderson passes to Karasov. 6 to shoot. Teague against Price. Teague can't hit. Charlotte has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
I think we can all agree that the NBA has become a bit of a nicer, friendlier league over the past few decades. Less animosity with players and less brutal rivalries, but there is still a level of trash talking going on, and I think at times it's a factor in games.
The first one falls. Well, with what you guys are talking about, there are some known trash talkers in the NBA, like Kevin Garnett, but overall it does seem to have come down a little bit in recent times.
Well, a lot of that is because the league has cracked down on trash talking. The officials are much more likely to call it quick technical. So I think players have adapted and just gone about playing their game and not doing as much talking as in the past.
Pass to Roberts. Back to Price. Fires the three. Good. Price has got 11 points here in just the second half.
The three-pointer has been his best weapon here today, no question.
The D has been all mixed up, confused, bamboozled, allowing him way too much space.
Here's Teague. Zeller grabs the board. Zeller's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
And Steve, not only is their lead big, but their advantage on the boards is huge too.
Yep, well deserved. I mean, they have worked their tails off on the glass.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Dishes it to Lopez. And Karasov kicks to Lopez. The shot is off. Good D by Price. The Brooklyn Nets come into this one following a loss to Boston. Here's Roberts.
You heard talk last year of the NBA perhaps considering adding a 4-pointer as a shot. Something you only really see in celebrity games for charity, and it would certainly have had a huge impact if it was implemented, but I think that would be a reach, folks. Let's stay with the 3-pointer.
And Teague has it in the corner. Takes it off the glass. 1:53 left here in the fourth quarter. Kicks it to Roberts. Back to Price. Launches it. The shot no good. So take it the other way. Karasov dishes to Teague. The pass to Karasov. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Anderson's shot is off.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
And we head to the final buzzer in a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance. This will go in the books as a really gaudy win for the Hornets.
And they could do no wrong today, Steve. That's right. This was a team performing to its Clark fullest capabilities.
Yeah, and a very satisfying win for them, too. A game to remember, and on the other side, definitely one you want to forget as soon as possible.
And for the year now, they'll have 52 wins under their belt.
This will cap a dominant run of games against these guys this year. They've played 3 times, and it's going to be 3-0 when this one's over.
Well, once they've taken the first 2 from them, you could just sense how this was going to go.
You look at the stats, and you'll see just how dominant a game this was for Speedy. Every time he shot it seemed like it was just going to drop in, and nobody was surprised.
Gets it to go from 18 feet away. Price has got 34 points.
And the fans loving what's transpired here tonight. A really good victory for these guys.
Sure was. I mean, they did just what they needed to do to keep the visitors from getting any momentum going at all.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game.
Serious game-clinching run. They've taken off here. Impressive.
No backing off. What a surge at the right time.
Nets shooting in this fourth quarter pretty dire at 27%. Here's Teague. Vonleh with the rebound.
Well defended, and he's not someone who responds well to that kind of defensive pressure.
Roberts passes to Vonleh, tries from 16, and there's Price. That's good on the assist by Vonleh. Price has got 38 points. Here's Teague. Misses. So no problem for Charlotte as they get the win. And this one was such a lopsided victory.
They never let up. They were full throttle from the start.
And that about wraps it up for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. And now, Jordan presents our player of the game, Speedy.
Appreciate it. Hope to stream more games and hope you drop by and see more. But welcome, hit that follow button.
It's the man, the myth, the high school coaching legend.
No, not as good as a coach since I lost you a few years back. It's funny how coaches get better when they actually have good players on their team.
Man, forget that noise. You taught me everything I know.
You were like a sponge, and it's paid off for you. I'm so happy for you.
Thanks, Coach.
Now hit the showers. I can smell you from here.
All right, man, I gotta get fresh.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah, another one of them flip mode joints. Bust around, y'all. Word mother, y'all. Check it out, y'all. Just swing to the left, swing to the right. Make it feel good, make it feel alright. One time, feel good, yeah, y'all. Bust around the place, y'all. Nigga, you feel real good, y'all. Flip mode is the squad in the place, y'all.
Buck wild to all of my who don't care. Floss like a